My name is Margaret Ruthari, Simba, and our organization is Protect a Girl Image organization, founded in 2010. So we operate on the recovery program. That's basically on the addiction, drug addiction, and substance use. We also cover the adolescents' pregnancies and cater for education for the rest of the families. Generally, we work with the whole family, though initially we started with the girl child. Then we realized the problem was much bigger than the girls only. So we had to engage the whole family. So we would say that we cover all family challenges. This initiative started with one small child that I had a house girl, and she had a 3-year-old child. The 3-year-old child was being left with the mother at home, and the house girl used to go back home over the weekend to go and check on her. So one time when they came with her to my place, I realized the child looked a little bit traumatized, and I had to inquire what was really going on. And putting the child aside, the child was able to narrate something that petrified me, because he was being molested by the brother to the house girl. That's the uncle who was supposed to be protecting her. And that reminded me, even back home, we had heard of so many cases whereby incest was within the family, and the family covered it generally, leaving that vulnerable girl traumatized, and they had no place to go to. So I thought I should start this initiative to be the voice of these young girls in the village and anywhere else that our program covers. So far, let me say, in the village mostly, because we are working with drug addiction and alcohol mostly. So we would say the parents of these children are the ones who are most impacted when it comes to drugs and alcohol. And on the other hand, because of the poverty that is within the family, you find that the children also have a problem growing up. So they also benefit from this program, because whenever they have to, let's say for instance, someone has fallen out of school because of pregnancy, we have to take care of them. We try to bring them back to, we try to take them back to school. And the ones who cannot go back to school, we take them to colleges. And on top of that, we would say that most of the neglected and undeserved community, you realize that there's a lot. Because initially, I would say that we concentrate on the whole family. So I wouldn't say that only the children are the ones benefiting, or the families, the parents are the only ones benefiting. So let me just say generally, we impact the whole family as a whole. Actually, since 2010, right now I think we are going to 870 cases, of all of them, not only girls, but for the whole family as a whole, because we have the boys, we have the parents, we have the adolescents' pregnancies, and we have, as I said, these vulnerable children that are left by their parents. Let's say we would call them orphans, because at times you find that this illicit brew that has been taking the lives of the parents, they are left without anybody to take care of them. So I'll generally say the number is around 870 as a whole. The number of people we've impacted so far is 870 in total. We have several profound stories, and I would like at least to mention two briefly. One of the main ones is a girl called Evelyn, and Evelyn held cancer, and actually it was stage 3 going to stage 4 cancer, and she was being misdiagnosed. Being in the rural area, they were taking them to a clinic. They were taking her to a clinic that misdiagnosed her, and she was being treated for the wrong illness. So when we came in, we had to take her to Kenyatta National Hospital, and after doing so many tests, it was discovered that she had cancer, and the treatment was started immediately, and right now Evelyn is very healthy, and she went back to school, and she's doing very well in class. The second one I would like to mention is about a young man called John. John was deep in alcohol and drug addiction, and we were able to rehabilitate him. And lastly, we managed to take him to the US. So being in the US, people thought maybe he would not have managed to be there on his own, but somehow he managed. And right now, as we speak, to cut a long story short, he has a wife and 2 children. He got married to an American, and he has a wife and 2 children. This is somebody who had already given up in life, and all he wanted was just to die. But without God, we were able to save his life, and now he's a happy person in the US. One of the challenges we encountered was in the year 2022, when the floods were on, and our rescue home, we had a small rescue home, a home that was donated by one of the directors. So this home was affected by the floods, and is the one that we were using to rescue these small girls, because most of them, when they came to us and narrated their story and told us about what had happened to them, this is incest and the rape cases, they had no place to go back to. So this small home was serving as their rescue home. So the floods swept it away, leaving us with no other option than to try to talk to well-wishers, as we could not have been able to have these girls with us. So at least we have one lady who is currently the matron back in Kirinyaga district. She takes responsibility of some of these children, and some of the others who have close relatives, like either a grandma or an auntie, they have them with them. But it's so challenging, because on the other hand, when we have to take care of them, we have to take care of the whole of the people who are in that family, even if it's one child. So it's been so challenging on our side, operating without a rescue home, but we are working on trying to get a new place for these children. the goals we've set for the next decade is to add to our resources, because we've only been taking care of these children with our own resources. So if we can start things like farming and continue expanding the poultry farm that we already have, that will also help us on helping and bringing more income. And on the other hand, we need to partner with other people of like minds, because currently we also have a church that we have people coming in to assist us with some of these challenges, because on the other hand, the radius, it's overwhelming, because right now we have more people than the way we started, and we cannot figure out who to take and who to leave out. So it becomes more challenging for us when we don't have the funds to take care of this. But if we can partner with other people of like minds to help us out on this, we'll be able to overcome this challenge. Our initiative provides seminars for mental health awareness. We've also been talking to the community about the dangers of drug addiction, and this was very, very necessary, because I come from that village, Kirinyaga village, whereby we are infamous for the wrong reasons. Alcohol, illicit brews are rampant in that area, and they are the cause of most of these problems we have in the community. So at the end of it all, we've also tried to give them food. We've been giving clothing. As you know, when alcohol is involved, most of the things are not done in the right way. You find that the resources that are supposed to be used on their well-being is all diverted to taking alcohol. So as I said, we've been providing seminars, awareness about all this, to see whether we can have a sober community. And besides that, we see whether our children, when they go back to school, if they would come back, give back to the society, and we try to eradicate this cycle of poverty in the communities.